Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what the collective needs to hear at this time. I've set that intention with this deck and with my guides. So if you are here because this is in your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, then this message is definitely for you. So let's get into the tarot and find out what Spirit has. I do have an oracle deck as well. We will pull from that at the end to get some additional messages. So we have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. Manifesting. Be sure and like the video if you feel called. Leave a comment. Definitely subscribe if you like the messages. All the interactions help my channel to grow, and they push the messages out for others as well. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. The Magician is the master manifester, right? So you could be manifesting at this time. But the Magician is very in touch with his intuitive side, right? And the higher realms. He has all of the tools that he needs: air, earth, fire, and water, right? So wands, swords, pentacles, cups, and he is able to create the reality that he wants, right? So when you manifest, it's not only asking the divine for what you want, but then you take steps and take inspired action towards bringing those manifestations into fruition, right? So if you are manifesting and there's something you want, you put it out to the universe and then you take steps towards that goal, right? So if you're wanting a new job, maybe, letting Spirit know, hey, I want this new job, or I would like higher pay, and then focus on your skill set, or you build your resume, right? Like whatever it is for you. This is just manifesting your reality and bringing it down to earth, right? So the situation is the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is about some kind of breakthrough, like mental clarity. This is like truth and maybe speaking your truth or having some kind of new idea here, and some kind of new inspiration, being open to receive and getting clarity here, right? So the blockage is the Eight of Cups. This is needing to walk away from things that are no longer emotionally fulfilling, right? And that's always easier said than done, right? Especially if this is a relationship, or maybe it's just a job that's not paying off the way that you thought it would. But this is really like moving on from things because they're just not meant for you anymore, right? We outgrow people and situations, and when we stay there, we can't grow, right? So once you walk away from this, I feel like you can grow more and really just expand. But this is like refusing to walk away, refusing to leave a situation that's not emotionally fulfilling, right? So the cause of this is the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is about your intuition. So I feel like maybe you're not trusting your intuition on a situation, and like you need to walk away from this, right, in order to grow and expand. Maybe you're manifesting something and now you need to walk away from something else, right? With every ending comes a new beginning, but you're not trusting your intuition on this. Your inner knowledge here, right? Like Spirit is telling you that you need to walk away from this, that you need to move on, but you're not trusting your intuition. You're not walking away from this. And the recent past, what is affecting this? We have the Three of Swords. So there was some kind of loss or separation or heartbreak here. And that could be in a job, it could be in a relationship, right? This is a general reading, so you take it how it resonates for you. If you want a personal reading, you can get one on my website. They're $22 right now. But, this is like some kind of loss or separation, heartbreak, so maybe mentally you're still like with the situation, you need to move on mentally, and intuitively that you need to leave this behind you, but in your heart it's hard, right? Like the emotions, the cups here are emotions. So I feel like maybe emotionally it's just very hard for you to walk away from some kind of situation here. Your higher self or your guides are giving you the death card, which is transformation, like endings and beginnings, like we just said, right? Like there needs to be an ending here. Something needs to transform. So this doesn't mean that you have to, if this is a relationship, this doesn't mean that you will never talk to this person again or you'll never see this person again, but there is a need to transform this situation and end, like maybe a behavior, or just end it completely. Maybe you want to manifest a newer relationship, or something better, whatever that is. There just needs to be an ending to a situation. I'm also getting like cut the cord. This just stood out to me for some reason. Like there's this rope here, and he has that sword, right? And it's just barely hanging on there. So I feel like there's just like this last little bit, and you just need to let it go. As hard as it is to walk away from, I feel like you just need to move on from it. So in the immediate future, we have the Hanged Man, which is about a surrendering. It can be like a pause, right? Like maybe taking a pause to reflect on things and maybe look at the situation from a higher perspective, right? So the Hanged Man is about surrendering control, but then also looking at things from a different perspective. Maybe you just need to see the situation for what it is, right? If you're not happy in it and it is hurting you, with that Three of Swords, right? There's some kind of loss or some kind of grief here, then I feel like you are needing to see that situation for what it is. You're needing to see it from a different perspective. Sometimes we see what we want to see, or, you're hopeful that the situation can turn around. You're hopeful that, this job is going to work out. You're hopeful that this relationship is going to work out, and you're not trusting your intuition on that, right? Like there's this inner knowing. You're not following that inner knowing. And with the Hanged Man, you could be pausing to reflect on this. Your thoughts and feelings, we have the Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles can be very much holding on to things that no longer serve you. But it's also about your stability. So I feel like maybe you're feeling like you're holding, like, trying to control a situation, or I feel like you might be feeling like you are trying to hold on to things, and needing to, again, release that control, release whatever this Four of Pentacles is for you, right? Because again, you cannot hold on to things that do not serve you. You need to release the control and, let spirit handle this situation. Don't hold on to things um, that just, are not serving you. Like this situation is not what you thought it was going to be. And you're really needing to, it could leave you feeling unstable, right? Because Four of Pentacles is about stability. So maybe you're not feeling very stable. So in your environment, the influence here is the Knight of Pentacles. So maybe things are moving very slowly, right? Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight that there is, but it's also very stable and grounded. So things may not be moving very fast, but they are moving. And that's a good thing in situations, because you want it to be grounded and stable, right? Like if you go rushing into things, you might miss the details, right? So you could be feeling like a little unstable because things are just not moving like you want them to. But, again, it's grounded, it's stable energy. Your hopes and fears, we have Temperance, which is your card. I love that. So Temperance is balance. It is calm. You could be hoping for, patience. You could be hoping for clarity. You could be feeling a little anxious with this unstable. Maybe you're hoping to kind of balance out, right? And hoping for some harmony in this situation, and really kind of just hoping for, like, to step into your power here. Temperance is about learning the lessons and then integrating them into our everyday life and really alchemizing that energy. So I feel like you're very hopeful for things. You're just needing to heal, right? Because Temperance is very healing energy as well. The potential outcome is the Three of Wands. So there is growth, there is expansion here, right? There is like your ship's kind of coming in here, right? This is like you expanding into some kind of new role or identity, right? So if this is, a job, maybe you're kind of stepping into more of this leadership energy, right? Or, if this is a relationship pattern, maybe you're kind of stepping into a new identity, right? Or you're growing spiritually and really leaving situations behind you that just are not making you happy, right? This doesn't have to be one situation. This can just be like a mindset that's not making you happy. This can be a pattern that's not making you happy. Whatever that is for you, right? Like this, I just feel like you're getting clarity. And then really opening up to your intuition here and needing to trust yourself in your intuition, trusting your own inner knowing, and then, growing and expanding. So you could be growing in your spiritual gifts, or you could just be growing in, the knowledge and then integrating a lesson, right? So growing spiritually, mentally. It's also a card of travel. So you could be traveling, but nevertheless, like you're growing and expanding here. So what do they not see coming, Spirit? Awesome. So we have the Two of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Three of Cups. So the Two of Swords is about making a difficult decision, right? So she is blindfolded here, like seeing things for what they are and then making that tough decision. And then you had the Six of Wands, which is about a victory. It's about recognition, being seen. So I feel like once you do, like, see the situation for what it is, or you take that blindfold off and you make the decision, like, it's going to lead to victory here, right? And then you had the Three of Cups, which is joy, happiness, celebration. So a community, right? So maybe there is recognition within a community once you make this decision, right? So you could be building a community, but you had to walk away from something else in order to expand and grow, right? So you could be like, I'm trying to think of like a situation that I could relate this to, right? Like maybe you were working a full-time job and you wanted to do a side hustle, right? Like sell on Etsy or start a YouTube channel, right? And you had to leave other things behind, like people, places, things, mentalities, right? Maybe you had to leave a situation, family situation, whatever that Eight of Cups is that you're needing to walk away from, and trusting your intuition. That's what's going to help you grow and expand. Once you walk away from that and you make this tough decision and then trust your intuition on that, right? Then it's going to help you to grow and expand and be seen and have a victory here. And then, build this community and have all of this joy and happiness and celebrate. So once you walk away from this, that's going to open you up. I really love that. Let's see. What advice do you have for Sagittarius? So you have the King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and Page of Wands. So King of Pentacles is grounded, stable energy. Queen of Wands is you. That's your energy, right? Aries, Leo, Sag energy, stepping into that power, that confidence, your fiery, passionate energy. And then you have the Page of Wands, which is about exploring, right? And like having this sense of adventure, right? Like what Sagittarius doesn't have a sense of adventure, traveling, but being open to adventurous opportunities, being open to new experiences, walking away from things that are not working out, so that you can have this breakthrough, right? Like this is what's holding you back from this breakthrough is you're holding on to something else. And then once you walk away from that, that's what's going to help you open up, right? So I feel like you just need to stay grounded and sit in that earth energy, right? And then sit in your confidence, like find your Sagittarius energy again, that charismatic, creative, like get creative and explore new ideas here. But also like stay grounded. I just saw her dress is like bright red, right? Which is beautiful, but it made me think of the root chakra. And then like with that King of Pentacles, he's very grounded and stable. And that's the root chakra. Like when your root chakra is out of alignment, it can have you feeling very ungrounded. So maybe that's something, I don't know why that came up. So maybe, work on your root chakra, but definitely like stay grounded, maybe meditate, and then step into your power, right? Be adventurous. Be open to new opportunities here. Let this thing go, right? It just wasn't making you happy, right? I feel like maybe you're kind of like, I feel like you're trying to move on, right? And get enlightenment and end things. It's just that last little bit, like you mentally know, it's just like your heart doesn't want to let go yet. But I feel like you're getting there, right? You're growing and expanding through this experience. So I really love that. I mean, I know that that's hard to do, but I mean, we're Sagittarius, right? What can keep us down, right? Let's see. But we also have really big hearts, right? I mean, I do. Sometimes it's just hard to leave things behind, but you have to do what's best for you. If you want to grow, you gotta let go of the old and move into the new, right? Let things end. What else do you have for Sagittarius? I thought one of these turned over, but maybe it didn't. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Okay. Connect to intuition. What was I saying? That High Priestess. Repeating patterns are keeping you from making new choice in this situation. Break free from old ways of thinking and ask for new insight. Yes, putting an ending to situations, walking away, and trusting your intuition. I mean, I think I said that. Difficult road. Spirit of perseverance, being prepared for great things, walking the hard path in life. Yes, this is preparing you. Walking away from this is going to help expand and open you up, intuitively, emotionally, spiritually, but you got to let it go. As hard as it is, like, you just got to let it go. Reassess. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what brings you joy and who and what doesn't. It's time for some life cleanup. Love that. Yeah. Walk away from these situations. As hard as it is, it's really going to open you up, right? And it's really going to help you expand into more joy and happiness and being seen, right? Like you're building some kind of community, but you got to leave something else behind in order to get this manifestation, right? I feel like you have been manifesting this. You're building something here, but you got to leave something behind in order to get it. So with every ending comes a new beginning, right? I hope that message helped, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.